Well, hello, my preschool friends and parents. Parents, let me talk to you first. We are here in week number 3 of our Super Duper Sticker Party, and that means there are a couple of things that you will need to print for your kids to help them out. I have got this Bible story sheet right here, and then I've also got a sheet of stickers. And if your kids were here, we would actually print these on fun sticker paper, and then they'd have some stickers to play with. But we're not here, so you can cut these, print these out, and then just cut them out, and then they can use those as stickers on their paper. They can have tape, or I've got a glue stick here. That works really well. You put the glue on the paper first, and then their hands don't get quite as sticky. So we're going to have fun with our Super Duper Sticker Party today. And kids, my preschool friends, welcome. We're going to have so much fun today. Let me ask you guys, do you like stickers? Oh man, I sure do. And when I was a kid, there were all kinds of stickers that were scratch and sniff stickers. So you might get like a strawberry and then you could scratch it and you could smell a strawberry. Or you might get like ice cream and you could scratch it and smell chocolate. Oh, those were so much fun. And I hope that you like stickers because we're going to have a great super duper sticker party today. And during our party, we're going to use some stickers to help tell our true Bible story. Now, today's true Bible story is going to teach us that God gives me friends who love. And that is going to be our big idea for the day. So let's say that together. We'll say it a couple times. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. God gives me friends who love. Say it one more time with me. God gives me friends who love. Oh, it is true. God gives me friends who love me. And He gives you friends who love you too. In fact, our memory verse is going to tell us all about friends. We've been practicing this for a couple of weeks. Do you remember it? It goes like this. There is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. And that is found in the Bible in Proverbs 18:24. Say that with me 2 times. Here we go. There is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs 18:24. One more time. There is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. Proverbs 18:24. Good job. You're getting so good at that. That's really important to remember that we have friends that God gives us. Now, there are so many things that I love about our church. But one of my favorite things is seeing all of my friends when we get together on Sunday morning. And I have grown-up friends like me. I've got older friends who are kind of like moms and dads. And I've got younger friends like you who I get to see every Sunday. And I get so excited when I see all of my friends. You know, there are so many friends who are watching this video with you right now. So I've got an idea. Let's all wave and say, "Hi, friend," to someone near you. You can even say your friend's name as you wave to them, okay? On the count of 3, we're going to do it. 1, 2, 3. Hi, friends. Yeah, great. Thank you for doing that with me. Now, there's some friends in your house with you. It could be your mom or your dad, or maybe you have brothers or sisters, and I want you to go give them a high five right now. Here we go. Find that person, give them a high five. And you have a friend in the house that needs a hug right now. It could be a little sister, it could be your mom. Go find them and give them a big hug. Oh, I love it when people come and give me hugs. And I know the person you hugged loved it too. Even if they went, ew, like a little brother might, they loved getting that hug from you. Well, are you ready for our Bible story today? Because we have a true Bible story, and it is all about friends. In fact, it's about 2 friends who love each other very much. Now, if you're ready to hear that story, I need you to clap your hands 3 times. Great! And to hear our story, we need to get out our Bible. But to do that, we need to say our special Bible words. It's true, the Bible is true. Here we go. It's true, the Bible, it's true. And I've got my Bible with me today. I've always got my nice red bookmarking our story, and it's this story on this blue page. And you see these two guys right here? Well, these are the friends that we're going to talk about today. All right, so are you ready for your super duper sticker party? So have your Bible sheet and your stickers ready, and here we go. Our Bible story today is found in a book in the Old Testament. It tells a story of something that happened thousands of years ago, and it's called 1 Samuel. Now, our two friends are not named Samuel, but Samuel tells us a story about two of his friends named David and Jonathan. And David and Jonathan loved each other very much. Now, David is missing from our picture. He's right where this number 1 should be. And David is this picture right here with all of the gray in it. So go ahead and get your tape or your glue out, and let's go ahead and put David into our picture. I've got some glue on my page, and I'm just going to line up this sticker as best that I can. And I've got David in my page now. And you can keep working on that as I tell you what happened to David. So David was a mighty warrior. In fact, he had killed a giant, a 9-foot tall mean giant named Goliath. Everyone loved David. Well, everyone except one person. And that person was the king, and the king's name was Saul. King Saul did not like David very much because, well, all the people, they kind of loved David more than Saul, and that made Saul very mad at David. Well, one day David said to his friend Jonathan, "What have I done wrong? Why does your father, King Saul, want to hurt me?" Because his friend Jonathan was the king's son. He was Prince Jonathan. Well, Jonathan loved David as much as he loved himself. And we need to put Jonathan in our picture today too. So Jonathan goes right where the number 2 is. And Jonathan is this guy. He's got some arrows right here. So get your tape or your glue. I'm going to put some glue on my page right here. I was kind of messy. That's not a surprise because I am a little bit of a messy guy. All right, I've got Jonathan glued onto my picture. And you keep working on yours as I keep telling the story. Well, Jonathan said to David, "My father isn't going to hurt you. He would have told me that." But David was still afraid. So Jonathan said, "I will help you. I'm going to come up with a plan to find out." He said, "I'll find out if my father is angry with you. There is this big stone in the field." You can see the big stone in our picture right here. And he says, "Go hide behind it. And I'm going to shoot 3 arrows on the side of the stone in a few days. And I'll send my helper to go get the arrows for me. Now, if I say to my helper, the arrows are on the side of you, you're going to know that it's all safe and that you can come back to my house with me. But if I say to my helper, the arrows are way past you, that's the code that means my father is angry with you and you should run away." Well, for the next 2 days, King Saul had a huge party that he was throwing. Now, King Saul is missing from our picture, too. He's this guy right here with the number 3. He's sitting on the throne. King Saul is the last guy that we have. So I'm going to put King Saul into my picture here. There he goes. I got him on there pretty close. You keep working, because King Saul, well, when David didn't show up to the party, he got very, very mad, and he yelled some awful things to his son Jonathan. He said, "You are an evil son." That's so sad. And then he said, "I know you're helping David. Send someone to get him now so that I can kill him." Oh, Jonathan was so hurt and so sad. And now he knew for sure that his dad really did want to hurt his friend David. So the next morning, just like he promised, Jonathan went out to the field and he shot 3 arrows. And we need to put our arrows in the picture right where the number 4 is. So let's get those arrows in the picture. Just line that up. All right, I've got my arrows in the picture. Keep working. I'll finish up the story. See, after Jonathan shot the arrows, he yelled to his helper, "The arrows are far past you." And when David heard those words, he knew that King Saul wanted to hurt him. Now, when the helper had left to go back home, David came out from behind a rock, and he and Jonathan, they hugged each other. And they cried together, and they promised each other that they would be friends forever. And then David ran away so that King Saul could not hurt him. And that's the end of our story. How's your picture look? Here's mine. Got all yours in there? You can color this all the week and remember this great story of friends. You know, in our story today, King Saul wanted to hurt David. But God gave David a best friend who loved him and helped him escape. Do you remember that best friend's name? That's right, it was Jonathan. It was Prince Jonathan, the king's own son. God gave David a friend who loved him. And you know what? He gives us friends who love us too. I've got an idea. We need to tell someone in our house right now that they are our friend and that we love them. So, I want you to gather up everyone in your house. If you've got brothers or sisters or mom or dad or maybe you've got grandma over, gather them all up because we're going to take a little walk together. So I'm going to give us some instructions to walk, and then when I say stop, you need to find someone and give them a hug and say, "You are my friend and I love you." Okay? Here we go. Let's start to walk. We're walking with our friends. Stop! And then find someone and give them a big hug and say, "You are my friend and I love you." Let's do it one more time. Maybe you have someone else there in the room with you too. We're walking with our friends. We're walking with our friends. Stop! And find them and give them a big hug and say, "You are my friend and I love you." In fact, if there are people in your house that you haven't hugged yet, make sure you hug them too and tell them that you love them. You know, David and Jonathan, they loved each other so much. In fact, they loved each other as much as they loved themselves. And that's how much God wants us to love other people too. That's what he tells us, is that we should love others just like we love ourselves, especially loving our friends that way. It makes me so happy that God gives me friends who love, and that God gives you friends who love too. I hope that you have a great week. Remember this week, everybody who is your friend that you see, who's there in your house, give them a big hug and say, "You are my friend and I love you." I can't wait to see all of my friends again soon. Bye, everybody.